Hello, everybody. How you doing? Good afternoon. Good morning. I am your host today, Marquise. This is Cover for the guys. How you doing today, cuz?
I'm doing all right. I'm over here, y'all. See me talking like Gucci today. I got my wisdom teeth pulled and I'm pulling this through for y'all. So
What a,
I'm
what
feeling
a,
good. Just ready to get into this with y'all tonight.
what a stand up man. You are a big dog. And then we got Ant in the house hanging out with us. How you doing today, Ant?
Yo, what's popping, y'all? I'm doing good. I'm ready to get into this after a ridiculous weekend of football. Really, a Sunday of football.
It was great though. It was.
Yeah, that was low key the best week in football I've watched in a long time. Like divisional round for sure, but best week in football, period, in a long time. So, for our first quarter segment, we had the Niners get the win against the Packers. The Niners, they're 4-0 against Rodgers in the playoff. Ironically enough, Jimmy G is 5-1 in the playoffs. What do you do if Jimmy G makes the Super Bowl? What do you do with Trey Lance, Terrance?
It's insane to me to even think that this man has this level of success and they're still disrespecting him the way they are. I think what they want to do is this is going to boost up his trade, value. So, because Kyle Shanahan ultimately wants Trey Lance to take over. So I think this is just going to boost Garoppolo's trade value, and they're going to end up trading Garoppolo, and next year they're going to let Trey Lance just take over. So I think, like I said, they're going to get arranged to Trey Lance next year, and Jimmy G is going to be headed elsewhere. Not sure where, but they're going to send him packing for sure.
The other crazy thing about it, I'm going to throw it to you, Ant, is that I was big on Jimmy G playing really good, and I thought he wasn't really an issue. He is
Fighting about this year.
He is 5-1 in the playoffs, right? But I had to draw back and look, bro. This man don't be winning them games. He be damn near. I didn't know this, bro. So I was like, hey, Jimmy G is serviceable. He's a good, and in the regular season, that is a fact, and he will win you games. But when I looked at the playoff thing, yes, they're 5-1. And I do think Jimmy G is better than those tiers of quarterbacks he's with, like in that tier level.
Mm-hmm.
But they're 5-1. But this man, I think it was 7 interceptions to 4 touchdowns or something like ridiculous. There's more interceptions. His QBR is lower. Like, and what is that? What do you think about that? Like,
I try to tell you this. That's what I want to. I like you was in a group chat, Terrance, where I was like, "Yo, Jimmy G not that guy," and you was like, "Y'all disrespect Jimmy G so much," and I was like, "No, he's just really not it." And Marquise was trying to give me to work for this. I'm happy you've come around. I'm happy you've come around because look, that's what happened.
I gotta admit, I guess I'm in the regular season, I'm right, because he does do good, but he can't stay healthy. The playoff, I guess I'm wrong, and then they're just winning in spite of him. Because if I went back and looked at it, it was like in key moments, that's when he was okay. Like say in the fourth quarter or something, that's miraculously.
You know when he plays his best though? When it's not so scripted. When Jimmy G can just go out there and play, and it's not, hey, this is the play we're going to run no matter what. When Jimmy G can go out there and he can do like, per se, like a more fast-paced up-tempo, maybe like if you like think of like in terms of like a 2-minute type of offense.
Yeah.
When he can go out there in like key moments and like, hey, like I need Jimmy G to lead a drive, he can do it. Because I think that's when he plays his best. But under Kyle Shanahan, it doesn't allow him to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. Because you said they disrespect Jimmy G in San Francisco. And I think San Francisco is the only place that consistently respects Jimmy G. Because they know what it is. Like Jimmy G's record with Kyle Shanahan is like 35-15, right? With every other QB, Kyle Shanahan is 8-28. So it's like Jimmy G is the floor for success because they have not gotten any replacement to do well without him. That being said, I think they will, if they get to the Super Bowl and they lose, they'll start Trey Lance and just keep it moving, trade him and get something back. But if they somehow win this Super Bowl with Jimmy G, he comes back for that last season on that contract, and they try to run it back one more time.
I think you got a point there. But another thing a lot of people forget in this offense, although Deebo Samuels is amazing, he is amazing. He's a great player to have in that system. He's a great player regardless, because I feel like in other systems he still thrives. But they're missing a true number one in that offense. Like whether it's an Allen Robinson or a Mike Evans or like just because it would require everybody to remain honest. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't go double Kittle and double Debo, and then you got Jimmy sitting there like, well, damn, they're both doubled. Like Brandon Ayuk is nice, but somehow him and Kyle Shanahan can't get on the same page. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I don't think that's a good enough excuse, right?
Oh, no, yes. It's not a good enough excuse at all.
Because the way that they scheme and how proficient that run game is and how infrequently Jimmy G has to pass. Like that's the most important part. You're like, they can't be honest. He barely passes the ball. Like I told you, he's like a 10 passes a game quarterback in the playoffs.
Hey, that year they beat the Packers, bro. I remember pulling it up where Raheem Mostert had 225 yards, bro. The man threw the ball less than 10 times, bro. It was like 10 attempts, I think.
Yeah, so like he just has to. That's the real problem, and that's the reason why they're looking at Trey Lance, because they're like, we only asked you to pass like 10 times a game, bro. And like the two most critical of those 10 passes, like the amazing pass we need you to make, like think Emmanuel Sanders wide open, you hit him, you win the Super Bowl pass. You
got me on his other passes, but that one, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Emmanuel Sanders stopped running like mid route, like not full on stop, but let off the gas because he probably didn't think it was going to him. You know what I mean?
I don't think you do that at that moment as a wide receiver. At that moment, I think that game, you don't let up.
Bro, I think playing a game, like you're saying, playing games that moment. But if we like ran that play back, it looks like if I showed Terrance, because Terrance played receiver, it looks like he let off the gas at some point in that route. Because if you knew, like you said, hey, you're getting it, bro.
He would have been hauling tail.
Bro, I bet you, I throw a 50-yard bomb post to Terrance. I'm like, hey, we got to win, and I'm going to just chuck it, and you got to just go get it. Like, any receiver is going to be like, bro, I'm just going to haul ass and get there. Like, for instance, just look at the Cooper Kupp route earlier with the Bucks. That was a step route. Like, that route's normally not even there. The steps that Matt had to take, I think it's 11 steps for Cooper to get back, like, get his steps under him to even get going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But like, think about the red zone interception he threw against Green Bay.
Oh yeah,
that's one of those passes where Kittle was wide open. You didn't throw it when you were supposed to throw it. You then threw it late.
That's his kryptonite. Interception
cannot make.
Yeah. And like Ant saying, it was just late. And the thing was, Kittle was open for a minute, so that's what they're saying. They don't know if he didn't believe he could just bull it to him because the safety wasn't there yet.
If you don't think you can make the first pass, you definitely can't make that second one. You gotta put in, like if you don't have confidence in your arm or hitting him wide open right there down the middle of the field, you are definitely not squeezing it in that little ass hole on the move like you Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Yeah, like that's his kryptonite.
Body twerking, that shit, like that's a body movement you don't really see unless it's like Mahomes, Josh Allen. Like those are the type of guys that do that like twerk movement where your feet aren't set. You're not that dude, Jimmy G.
Hey, all right.
I've never been that dude.
I will say I was wrong on that. I will condemn Ant was right in the group chat. I was wrong. I had to go back and look at the stats again, and then they pulled up the record. Yeah, I was moving along. I was wrong on that. Good job. Got that one. I got a big question for Ant. Is it for Shicey Rodgers in Green Bay? Just yes or no? Is it?
It's probably. The cap situation is terrible.
Bro, Terrance, is it for Shicey Rodgers?
Yes, it is.
All right. So this brings me to my next question. I'm a big Rodgers fan. Nick's a big Rodgers fan. Does this hurt Rodgers for the GOAT debate? And I'm going to just go first. For me, it personally does, because I used to say all the time, like, no, and he is more talented than Brady. I was like, if he can be in a situation where, you know how people, it's a different sport, different altogether, but people would say LeBron could catch Jordan if he could get the 4 rings. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't necessarily ding him for not getting the 6, you know? Like if you can get the 4, like Shaq would say, he gets the 4, that's it. He clips the points, he's there. You know what I mean? And I looked at it, if Rodgers could reel off 3, which I thought is feasible, especially how that team is constructed off of last year and then going into this year. I was like, yeah, he should be able to rip off at least 1 out of these last 2 years. And he wasn't. I think it just hurts the point of being able to say he's the GOAT. Like I feel like I can't put him in the same conversation as Brady. And talent-wise, I feel like he's fine, but just like the exits in the playoffs, the not trusting your other teammates, you know what I'm saying? You can't just throw the ball to Devontae Adams, bro. Like they blew up the plays. You got Allen Lazard open. You got other receivers open. This man is trying to force feed Devontae Adams on that deep route where he just chucks it to Devontae Adams. The other receiver on the other side is open because the safety just went to Devontae Adams
last year. That's exactly how they got eliminated last year against Tampa Bay. You remember that red zone possession where he just throws 3 ill-advised, completely covered passes to Devontae Adams. And then he's like, well, why don't we go for it on 4th down? Because on the first,
you're gonna do the same shit.
Yeah, on the first 3, you made terrible decisions. And I get Devontae Adams is that dude. But come on.
You have to.
You can't.
Yeah. Maybe he's the best of all time.
No. He can't be the GOAT.
Because look,
he's not even top 5.
Bro, the thing is, look, I'm gonna throw something out there. People knock Dan Marino because Dan Marino got aired out in that Super Bowl, right? And if you ask older dudes, and I've watched like Dan Marino highlights when I was younger, lethal on the field, right? But then that's we're just talking about, and he don't even got a ring. We bring up Eli got 2. We bring up Big Ben got 2. There's somebody else I'm missing that got 2. It's like, well, damn, Rob, like we know you're more talented than them, but what is the problem? And it's like you've gotten to that door. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been there knocking on
plenty of opportunities.
Yeah. So it's just, I feel like it leaves a sour taste, and you're kind of like, damn, bro, you know, especially somebody that goes hard for me saying like he's better than Brady. It's just like, I don't, you know. What do you think, Terrance?
Top 5 anymore.
I mean, he's definitely one of the best talented quarterbacks to play the game ever. But for me, I mean, I didn't consider him in the GOAT debate in the first place, honestly. But it definitely, for people that feel like they would have had a case for him to argue as the GOAT, it definitely tarnishes that for sure. Like, I feel like at this point, it's just a no-go for that debate.
Yeah, and you guys don't even think you think it's it. So it really is the end for the debate for him.
Well, if he goes somewhere else and like actually reels off, very similar to Peyton Manning, like in your second stop, if you go, you get to like 2 Super Bowls, you win one of them, that completely flips his conversation, right?
Definitely.
He was only able to get 1 in Indy, right? Because he kept losing to Tom. And then he got to Denver, back-to-back Super Bowls, wins the second one, even though like he was on his last leg and it was mostly the Denver defense, right? But like he got to 2 more Super Bowls in Denver, and he won one of them, right? And that flips his narrative a lot more from like, yo, very good regular season quarterback, all the records, but he just couldn't get it done. He got to the big game, 4 times at that point? Because he won 1 against the Bears, lost 1 against the Saints, and then he loses against Seattle. And then who did they beat?
They got mollywop, boy.
They beat
the and the Panthers.
Yeah, they beat the Panthers, right? So like it just shifts his conversation. But Rodgers has only gotten there once.
But the thing is, even if they trade him, like just talking about this now and like just addressing it, I don't see Green Bay trading him in the NFC, right? So you're screwed there because they're probably like, we don't want to play you. Bro, there's 1 through 8 quarterbacks in the AFC. There's legit 1 through 8. And if you even land in the Broncos, you're with 2 of them.
But what if you land with the Steelers?
You're still with 2 more right there.
That's cool, because if he can do it in that situation, it changes it changes everything.
Look, check me out.
He went through the.
I mean, they got the weapons.
He went through the gauntlet.
You're saying that, right? Look, hear me out. We're saying he's going to get to either Denver or the Steelers. You said the Steelers. The Steelers are going to have to give up because the Packers aren't just going to wash their hands with Aaron. So the figure you just paid TJ Watt, right? They're not going to take TJ Watt from you. You wouldn't trade him anyway, right?
They can't take salary back. They
can't.
Their salary is fucked.
Exactly.
So it's not salary. They don't want your players. They want your picks.
It's going to be hella picks and either somebody on a rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, Mika Fitzpatrick hasn't gotten paid yet. They could be like, send us him and give us picks. He ain't got paid yet. They paid
him when he got traded over.
No, he's on his rookie deal, I think. Check it real quick. Double check. But I think he's on his rookie deal, right? So if you're Green Bay, hey, I know we got Adrian. It's not Adrian Amos, is it? Yeah, it's Adrian Amos. And then the dude I like, there's another safety they have. I can't think of his name, but he's a Darnell Savage. So if you look at that, Adrian Amos is getting older, right? So if you could be like, hey, swing us Mika and 3 firsts or something, I don't know. They would probably send you Rodgers, but then
Mika Fitzpatrick is on his 5th-year option, so he's an unrestricted free agent after this upcoming season, and he has a cap hit of $10 million.
I mean, that's better than Rodgers 40.
Yeah, but they're 40 over.
They're 40 over.
They're 40 over.
To figure out Devontae Adams, and they have to sign or
he gone too.
Adams. So if they do something with Devontae Adams, it still gives them dead money if they try to trade him because they have to either tag and trade him or they have to re-sign him and then trade him, which will still create dead money on the books because they waited so long.
Yeah, I think what's his face was real. Adams is real adamant on like, hey, if Rodgers ain't here, I'm damn sure probably not gonna be here. Essentially,
he's not gonna resign, but he can always be tagged, and then you can tag and trade him.
I think that's what's gonna happen because he gonna be professional about it, but he gonna essentially say, hey, I want out, like because you saw he pretty much dogged that game against Kansas City. I ain't gonna hold you. I like Devontae Adams a lot. But there were some balls that Jordan Love threw towards him, and he just seemed like he just was disinterested. Like, okay, you're not Aaron, and bro, nah, I'm not.
Jordan Love ain't that guy either. So
nah, not at all. So
he's young. I'm not gonna do that to him.
He is young. He still got time. Did the Packers try not to lose the game instead of playing to win? Offense only scored 10 points.
Yeah, they only scored 10 points.
He ain't tried not to lose the game. Aaron Rodgers lost the game. Like it wasn't like their play calling was super conservative. He passed the ball. He just only passed the ball to dump offs to Aaron Jones and to Devontae Adams and ignored every other receiver in the route tree. So if you are only going to pass to one receiver or your running back, most of your passes will probably be short because the other half of your passes are dump offs to the running back, and you ignored every other motherfucker on the route tree.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Aaron Jones did the craziest shit I ever seen, right? He caught that go route and he stopped, like he slowed down. Bro, just run in the end zone. What are you doing? Did you see it? Like he caught it.
Yeah.
And let it just the safety's coming. He's like, oh, like, bro. That shit killed me. And I was like, bro, like that was a touchdown right there. But I hear what you guys are saying. So we had another big game moving off from the Packers game. We had the Day, the Bengals. They beat the Titans 19-16. We had an interesting thing happen. The kicker says before he even was getting ready to kick the kick, I think he looked at Joey B. He says, looks like we're going to the AFC Championship game.
He said that Brandon Allen, I believe.
Oh, my bad. Good correction, Terrance. Provide us some interesting statistics on this shiesty kicker we have.
Yeah, man, this man is goated. So,
hey, chill out. The best
just
league is just
put y'all seatbelt on for this, man. So, this man is a rookie, right? He's already second place in all-time Bengals playoff scoring with 27 points, which is only 26 points from passing Jim Breach's all-time 53 points as a rookie kicker. Insane, right? Bengal. So he was taken, obviously, in the 5th round, which a lot of people were skeptical about as well because they were like, it's too early to draft the kicker. You don't even have to draft the kicker. You can get one from, most kickers go undrafted. So he was drafted 5th round, 149th overall, which made him the 66th highest kicker drafted in NFL history. But he was the only kicker selected in this past season's draft. And just from, some history from him coming back to the University of Florida. In 3 years at Florida, he made 149 of 150 extra point attempts and 51 of 60 field goal tries. So he set the SEC record with an 85% career field goal percentage. So McPherson also finished the season having made 46 of 48 PAT tries and 28 of 33 field goal kicks. So he came on, he came one 50-yard field goal shy of tying Blair Walsh's NFL rookie record for field goals from 50-plus yards. McPherson made 9 of 11 attempts. His non-successful kicks from 50-plus were the most among all NFL kickers in 2021. Insane. Only 4 rookie kickers in NFL history have made 4 field goals in a single game, and McPherson is now the only kicker to have done it twice, making him the only kicker, let alone a rookie, to have 2 games in the same postseason with at least 4 made kicks.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I like how they do it. Like they get in field goal range, bro. They're kicking. Like they're kicking the field goal, bro. Like they're putting points on the board. They're not leaving it like, oh, like we go for it, whatever. We don't get it. They're like, no,
you're taking the points.
We're taking the points, bro.
Yeah, he damn near automatic.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. I think it's dope to see because you gotta look at it for, especially because it's in the same division for the Ravens. I look at it like, damn, there's 2 good. Like we got a Hall of Fame kicker, and then there's a young, successful kicker that is accurate, bro. So I think that's nice to see. We had some sad news though. Joey B got sacked 9 times, bro. We know he was one of the highest sack quarterbacks in the league. I think he is the highest sack quarterback from the regular season. How do you feel about that, Ant? Like, is this sustainable?
Well, it's not sustainable in this current iteration, but I think they'll come into this draft, and first round pick will probably be the best offensive lineman on the board. It'll suck because they'll probably be like in the bottom 4 picks now, right? Yeah. So it won't be unless they trade up, which I wouldn't be shocked if they trade up to try to move up in the draft to get one of the best offensive linemen on the board, because of what I've seen so far, like the top 4 picks are all going to be defensive players. So I think it's not sustainable now, but Jamar Chase was clearly still the right choice. Right. So they'll probably try to get somebody big in free agency because the Bengals actually are 40 mil under the cap.
That's just ridiculous.
So they're probably going to try to get like the best offensive lineman in free agency. Right. And then try to get the best lineman they can in the draft. And similar to how you saw Mahomes get his entire offensive line reworked in one off season, that's like the Bengals' first priority, because they solved their pass rush issue when they got Trey Henderson, locked him up for 4 years. He gave him 14.5 sacks this year, right? They got their running backs and mix in. They got the wide receiver core is nutty, right?
They got Carl Lawson back too next year.
Yeah, exactly. Like everything is set for this team to repeat their performance besides O-line, and they have all the money to fix it. So,
hey, Lawson on the Jets. I forgot he left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he on the Jets this year, but he did go out for the year too. I forgot. I don't know why I thought about that when you said that. I'm like, we ain't have to deal with Carl Lawson this year.
I mean, the Trey Henderson signing was nuts, right?
Oh,
like
for sure.
It paid off.
He tied the franchise record.
Yeah, like honestly, and that's off of like New Orleans not wanting to give him a second contract because he only exploded in his contract year.
Yeah, so he was like banged up, I think, the year before, so they were like hesitant.
Well, like the 3 years before, he probably never got over like 5 or 6 sacks in a season, and then like he went off for like 13 his contract year, and they were like, that's fishy, and they were like, and the Bengals was like, take the motherfucking bag, 4 years, 65 mil, and he was like,
I think the way I'm looking at it is Joey B is Cincinnati's Ferrari. You got to protect the Ferrari.
Yeah.
I mean, we know he has a bright future, and the way things are looking now, it's going to be hell to pay in the AFC with Joey B for a long time. So that's just like Ant said, O-line has to be the number 1 priority this offseason.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they did something like a sign and trade with Jesse Bates. I feel like he could get you some value sending them somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you said,
he's a free agent this offseason.
Yeah, but a sign and trade, like you sign him and then you send him like a friendly deal for whoever wants him. And like, say, I don't know, a team like the Cowboys that need a safety. Because the Bengals
signed that deal.
Why would he sign that deal?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could let him in on where he wants to go. Like, hey, give me 5 plays.
You never get a sign and trade in the NFL usually unless you tag and trade them.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, tag and trade him.
He'll be mad as fuck, but yeah, you're right.
No, but I'm saying because they screwed it up with the picks. Like you said, they're winning and they're gonna get a late pick. We know defense is first, and then the guards are gonna be gone. Like guards and those tackles are there. You're gonna need a solid one. So Jesse Bates I feel like is your only real option because you're gonna sign CJ Uzma. You're gonna sign him again, bring him back. All your receivers are under contract. You don't got to worry about Joe Mixon. Joey B's where he's at. Your defense, for the most part, is solid. It's just Jesse that you have to pay. You could probably bring in another safety is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Bring in a safety. Chris Harris Jr. is going to be a free agent, so you can bring in a veteran corner, and just be like, okay, well, we'll do away with the safety so we can get you need, like Terrance said, to protect Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Maybe they can bring in somebody like Kyle Fuller who didn't necessarily play that good last year, too.
What do you say, Ant?
The thing is, like, they got the money, so like,
they got so much money.
who are the top free agency offensive linemen?
Brandon Sharif from the football team. He's a right guard. I wouldn't be shocked.
Listen, just go to the whole Cowboys roster.
Yeah,
like Jason Kelsey is a free agent, but he's a little old. Ryan Jensen is a free agent. Like there are some dudes out there that you can just grab. Like they just got the money to like not have to like just pay. Just you got the bag. They are notoriously cheap, the Bengals, but like they got the bag. Use it.
I think they're gonna get old boy from the football team because he got tagged last year. He's out of there. I think they're gonna sign him. And then I don't see them getting Jensen, but maybe Kelsey because he's a vet. They could sign him for like a 2-year deal and then go draft a rookie center to, hey, you learn under him kind of type ordeal. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be the first Ravens fan to say to you that shit is gonna be it's gonna worry me a little bit going forward. Because like Ann said, they have so much money to spend this year. And before that's what 3 years before money even gets tight for you essentially.
For Joe, yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. The window is now.
Yeah.
Blow the bag, and with Joe, like this is what every NFL team would love to do, right? You blow the bag when you got the rookie quarterback, stack up the chips if you can, and then like figure it out down the line.
You see every iteration of that. Like multiple teams have tried to do it. Like the Chiefs succeeded with Mahomes. You had the Ravens tried it, the Bills tried it, and Josh just got the bag. So it's gonna be crazy going forward. I got a question. What do you guys think about the Titans quarterback situation? I was one of those people that got this false claims and false stats about Ryan Tannehill being all this who a dude.
Listen, that's Nick boy. That's Nick boy.
Bro. Nick and Chuck had me thinking that Tannehill was like that. Much how like I just believed myself that Jimmy G was like that. Yeah, I think they got to get out of that situation. What you think, Ant?
Tannehill is a serviceable quarterback, so I don't think you rush out of there. He is like, think about it. Think about it the same way you think about Jimmy G. If you get rid of Ryan Tannehill, who is his replacement?
Anybody in that tier you can replace.
Anybody? No, it can't just be anybody, because if it could just be anybody, like Marcus Mariota would have been successful before him.
They didn't want to pay Marcus.
Why? They paid Tannehill with no problem. But they didn't want to pay Marcus. Marcus was not.
They really did. They really did.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like Tannehill is at that level of quarterback where, yes, there are quarterbacks better than him, but who are they and how do you get them? Because his think about wins above replacement, right? Like who is his replacement and how do they elevate this team better than he has? He has a good rapport with your number one receiver, AJ Brown. He works well in your offensive scheme.
Hey, this gonna sound crazy. I take Jared Goff. Look at what I'm saying. You're gonna tell look.
The difference in cost.
That is a difference in cost. You right there. But you're gonna say to a man that got to a Super Bowl, like we always bring up with Todd Gurley, just rushing the ball crazy, and you're gonna give him
$100 million though.
Huh?
They both got $100 million.
Exactly. You're gonna give him Derrick. You're gonna give him Derrick Henry, who next season is gonna be healthy, back in Derrick Henry shape. I'm just saying that was Tannehill's game to win. Essentially, you threw into triple coverage, so I don't even
That man's
I don't even know the
Two
receiver.
of those picks were not his fault. Like two of them were not. One of them probably shouldn't have been a pick at all. And the last one, the receiver, it hit his fucking hands.
Bro, he threw a pick on the first play of the game.
Bro,
He did. That one was
that last
absolute ass. I agree. I didn't get to see it because I was just coming home from Fogo. But you was like first pick of the game. That one was on him. But the second one probably shouldn't have been a pick. And the third one, it hit the receiver.
No, bro. The third one, he shouldn't have thrown the deep. Even
thrown it, but he did, and he got the receiver in his hands. Bro, I don't give a fuck what you say. If he hits you in your hands, and we pay you millions of dollars, you catch that shit. It's not like he threw it and the corner jumped it because it was a bad throw, or he missed the receiver. He got it in a tight window, and he shouldn't have thrown anyway. But he threw it, he hit it, and he hit the receiver in his hands, which meant he completed a very high difficulty throw, and that nigga muffed it. It went in the air, and they picked it off. Like, that is not on Tannehill.
But the thing is, if you're going to throw that throw, you're saying he shouldn't have thrown it at all. Who are you throwing that throw to? Be honest.
I don't know that nigga's name.
Okay, thank you. You ain't throwing it.
But it hit him in his hands. You're in the NFL. It hit you in your hands. You got to catch it.
No, I hear what you're saying. You right. And Terrance knows you right. I know you right. But the thing is, I'm not throwing that difficult of a throw to a receiver I don't know. Now you telling me to throw to Julio Jones and AJ Brown? Okay, I'm gonna do it. You get what I'm saying though? Like the decision making there made no sense because it was like, bro, you got two weapons, and I'm gonna be honest, neither one of those corners on Cincy is covering either one of those weapons. That's one of those things where you gotta look, okay, bro, like let's get you the ball because we gotta get you the ball. This jumps into the next question. Was the Julio trade a bad investment for your Tennessee, Terrance?
Yes. Like, I don't even gotta say nothing else. Yes.
All right. Yeah, what you think?
Got robbed. They gave up a second for like 4 games of Julio Jones.
You think they're gonna put him back on the market, bro, and just see if someone else will take him to get something back?
No. No one else is gonna well, maybe for like if you want to try to get a 5th or 6th rounder back, sure.
Bro, I'll give you a 3rd right now.
No, you will not. Maybe you will, but no smart GM will. It's not like Julio Jones, we know when he's on the field is still amazingly talented. The problem is he can't stay on the field. And not like Jimmy G can't stay on the field. We're talking about like 6 weeks at a time. Like
it is pretty crazy. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I hear you. It's just crazy to see that.
Rob them niggas, mask off. I'm telling you.
Definitely.
It's crazy to see that drop off because he's a Hall of Famer without question. But moving forward to our halftime segment, Stafford and the Rams win against Tom and the Bucks 30-27. I'm gonna let you know. I watched this game live. I watched all the games live. This shit was crazy, bro. What do you think about how the Bucks played defense on that last play, Terrance, with Stafford getting the game-stealing throw to Mr. Triple Crown himself being covered by a safety?
It's insane to me that this man was really that open.
Bro, you know what's crazy? That's a dummy route. Like, his route is just supposed to decoy everybody so he can throw to the tight end. It's literally meant, hey, you're going to go with him. I'm throwing to the tight end.
The safety had his back turned to him.
Everybody else.
Bro, the safety had his back turned to him.
Bro, Winfield was like flat-footed at him running at him. Bro, what do you turn, bro? Like, just run to the ball. Like, he literally was, this is Cooper Kupp coming. He's like, oh. Like, he turned. I think it was a lot of bad play calling on that last play. And I think it looked bad on a veteran like Levante David, even though he didn't get the call for the blitz or not. I think seeing that, hey, they need a field goal to beat us and not recognizing, well, maybe I should just pick up someone in coverage if I'm not going to go. Like, he didn't even look undecisive. He just didn't go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me go over here to get and then go. He just was like, oh.
Well, doesn't the tight end chip him and then take off? And when the tight end takes off, he's like, oh, I can get this. Like,
well, what he should have did is what you're saying. He should have chipped the tight end or Cooper, like, as soon as they got off the line, be like, boom. And then he could have blitzed, like we were saying, or he could have just trailed behind him and led him to the safety, which would have made more sense. But the only person that knew what they were doing on this defensive play was Jordan Whitehead. He knew he had to get the tight end, but he immediately went to the tight end.
I mean, look, Matt Stafford showed people that y'all got to put some respect on his name.
He did.
That's
so
a fact.
Are we on? I'm saying it's blown coverage with a great ball. Blown coverage with a great ball for sure.
Yes, definitely.
That play, a lot of analysts were talking about it. Even Dan Orlovsky, who's the biggest Matthew Stafford fan, he even said like that route you don't get all the time. Like that's not a route that a defense just gives you, especially in the middle of the field. You know, the outside the numbers, that's a route. You know, like okay, he just beat him.
Especially to the best receiver in the game.
Bro, that's what I was like so confused at that. I'm like, why is nobody covering him? Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I can't explain it. Like I can't explain it.
Yeah,
I
don't know what
couldn't
they were
explain
doing.
it either. So we're going with it was a blown coverage with a great ball. We all on the same page with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
That's the throw Jared Goff misses though.
Yeah, probably maybe.
And that's why he ain't there no more.
Yeah. He proved why they went and got him. He proved it. Like, hey, you know, that's why we got him. Cam Akers fumbles almost cost the Rams the game. And don't get me wrong, Cooper Kupp fumbled, but Cam's were definitely worse. I thought it was super dope that Sean McVay showed how great of a coach he can be and is already going forward, because Cam came back from an injury. Remember, Cam's supposed to be done for the season.
Yeah, it was.
He came back early for the run, and he looks great, and he came back early. But it would have been different if Cam was there the whole year and was fumbling like that, then I would have pulled him from the game. But Sean put faith in it, like, you know, I know how hard you work to get back. I'm going to just trust you. And I think, like, in that moment, it was big because maybe, like, granted, Cam Akers fumbled again, but
that part.
No, but hear me out. He did fumble again, but I think this next game, it gives him confidence. Like look at it in this standpoint. I fumbled the game away for us, right? But my coach trusted me enough to be out there. He still put me out there. So I'm betting Cam Akers gonna come out this next game out the gate hard, because you gotta think your head coach for you, Terrance. You know what I mean? Like that shows like, oh, I got a lot of faith in you, and I respect that you even tried to come back this year. Because in all reality, he shouldn't. I don't know if he should be out there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, he looked healthy.
He do look crazy, but I don't know, bro.
This is McVay is that type of coach, though. McVay isn't a Belichick type of guy, right? Where Belichick is like, bro, if you fuck up once, just sit your ass down. We good. Like,
literally.
McVay's never been that type of dude. Like, McVay is the type of dude who trusts his talent and like instills that talent with the confidence, which is how Jared Goff, with all his limitations, got that contract. So like, it's two sides of the same coin. Is that like, it's a little bit too much optimism and faith in him, but that is always good for the player, right?
Yeah,
because that confidence is what helps him out.
Yeah, I like it. What you think,
Agreed.
You like it?
Yeah.
So Michelle would have got 30 carries if they was in New England in that game.
Oh, definitely. Cam Akers would be on just inactive. Like he ain't even gonna I mean, it's insane. Like, I guess it's good for his confidence going forward, but it's like, okay, like, you know, you definitely got to protect the ball, my boy. I put you back in there because I got faith in you. Fumble again. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy, honestly.
They almost lost, too.
Yeah, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
When I was watching it, I'm thinking, if he scores before half, like when they were at the 5-yard line, I'm like, oh, this is a wrap right here. Like he scores, I'm on the couch, geek. You know, I ain't want the Bucs to win. I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, bro, what is you doing, bro? Like what? So you had that happen. Matthew Stafford missed some throws like in the fourth. Cooper Kupp fumbled again. It was like they just were throwing the game away, like essentially just like, here, take it, bro. Like, just take it. Because I'm gonna be honest, if they would have went to OT, Tom walking them down. Like,
it's whoever got the ball. If Tom got the ball, it's over. You know that. If Tom gets the ball, it's over. Also, Mike Evans finally got the best of Jalen Ramsey. That's something we gotta talk about.
Yeah,
we gonna get there, but we gotta address Mr. Odell himself. This man did. I've seen this happen before, but not in the aspect of the catch he had on the sideline. It was a sideline catch. He caught it, bobbed it, and then just palmed it. Like I've seen dudes like bobble it, bro, and just be like, okay, I got it, and just hold it. He bobbed it and was like just like this with the ball and just went to the ground. I'm like, this nigga's showing off, bro.
I mean, look, if he had tried to like get it back in two hands and whatnot, they might have ruled that it incomplete. Like the palming it was probably like because of how secure it was in one hand, it made that like without a doubt.
Ain't no way you ain't catch that. Ain't no way.
Yeah, that man said
exactly.
Bro, he just stuck. He was like, I was like, damn, bro. And they were talking about it today on ESPN. They're like, bro, he has some sure like hands. They're like, yeah, he'll get some drops, but like he uses his hands to catch the ball.
Yeah, a lot of receivers use their body.
Yeah, they're like, he always locks the ball in. He's like, that's why he's able to pull off these insane catches. I'm like, damn, bro. So I remember just seeing that live. I was like, bro, what? Like,
yeah, he never left.
No, never left.
Odell wasn't the problem.
I think it's gonna be real interesting. He's gonna be a pending free agent. You know, Randall Robert Woods is gonna be back for them next year. So maybe Odell maybe goes to San Fran. Maybe he just keeps it pushing somewhere else. We'll have to stay tuned for that. But Ant brought it up. We got to give the praise to Mike Evans. I got to give the praise to Mike Evans. I said for them the Bucs to win, Mike needed 2 tubs or a tub and like 100 plus yards. He definitely got the best of Ramsey. Ramsey's the best corner in the league. I don't think Mike Evans is the best receiver in the league or top 5, but he showed like if they would have won, it would have did even more. Because at the end of the day, Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. Just off what he's
one player.
Straight 1,000-yard seasons. Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer, no problem. But I think this game was for him to earn his respect about people like either forgetting about him or just thinking because he doesn't have good games against top corners. I'm not gonna lie to you. Against Marshawn
Jalen Ramsey.
Huh?
Jalen Ramsey been locking that boy.
No, Marshawn Lattimore been having him in a chokehold, bro.
Oh yeah.
I guess a lot of top corners been locking his ass.
Bro, that man, ever since that man pushed Marshawn Lattimore, bro. Marshawn Lattimore, you think this man done killed his sister or something, bro? He see that man on the field. Lattimore Evans might get like 4 receptions and maybe a tub, bro. So it was nice to see him do that. It's pretty dope. Even on that route he beat Ramsey was crazy, bro. Like,
yes, the touchdown one.
Yeah, because Ramsey was playing it safe because Ramsey knows like if he gets behind you, Mike Evans is fast enough, like he's gone, bro. So Ramsey would play him off, and then there was one play he beat the other corner. I think it's Darius Williams, the other corner they have. I know his last name is Williams, bro. I don't know why he tried to press him. That corner is like 5'10", bro. Mike Evans is 6'5", bro. He's just. Boop. I was like, bro, what are you doing? As soon as he did that, Jalen Ramsey was like, bro, switch. Like, Jalen went to the other side. Jalen came back and was like,
yeah,
no.
he did.
He was like, no, we're not doing this. Bro, and then he got worked on. Jalen got worked on that play. And then the other weird thing is that corner was guarding Scotty Miller in a press, bro. Bro, if Tom would have looked the other way and sent Scotty on a go, it's a wrap. What do you?
Yeah, Scotty Miller.
Personal man and run a 4-3, 4-4. What are you talking about? But yeah, we got to give it up to Mike Evans. I think he definitely cemented, like, I don't know. He just got his respect that game. That's how I would look at it. How you looking at it, Terrance?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I mean, that's just something he had to do. He got to show up in big games, especially in a game where you're missing a bunch of key pieces, such as, we lost Antonio Brown. Chris Godwin's not here. You know, Leonard Fournette's back, but is he the same Lenny? And you got, Mike Evans. I mean, obviously you got Gronk, who is Tom's security blanket, but, in these games where it's a big game and you have a guy on the other end that you're battling with, like a Jalen Ramsey, Marshawn Lattimore, you got to show up for your team. Like you said, 100 plus receiving yards, at least 1 touchdown or so.
And he did that.
You just got to dominate.
He did that. He had 8 receptions, 119 yards in the tub. So I thought if he did that, they were winning. Like I had like 5 keys to success.
Close.
Bro, it was I forget everyone, but it was like Vita Bay getting 2 sacks. He had 1 sack. It was a rushing game.
You put it on Twitter, I believe.
Yeah, it was a rushing game showing up. I think no turnovers. And then whoever had to guard Odell locked Odell up. Obviously, that didn't happen. And
Odell only got like 6 for 69. He ain't go crazy.
Is he a 6 for 69? Is that not like you not stopping him though? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you ain't stopping him, but Odell is Odell. Like if Baker Mayfield is not the quarterback, that's about a good day for stopping Odell Beckham. Like there's some dudes.
Yeah, that's true.
There's just some dudes that are so talented, like that you like. That's a good day for guarding Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly,
got like 7 targets and he caught 6 of them or something like that. So basically, every time he threw the ball his way,
Bro,
but
reception.
I'm saying, like, yeah,
Mr. Triple Crown himself had a day too. I'm gonna be honest. He had 9 receptions for 183, and obviously the touchdown early on. So he was just all electric. He's crazy, bro. So moving on to our fourth quarter segment, we had a Josh Allen, my homeboy, shootout, light it up type game. How did you see this game, Terrance? What is your thoughts on the game?
Man, watching this game was insane. I picked the Chiefs to win this game, but I feel like the Bills ultimately, Bills and maybe the OT rules failed Josh Allen. Like, to have that type of performance that he had and that he's been having throughout this playoffs, and to go out like that, 13 seconds.
Bro, 13 seconds. I remember looking, I'm like, bro, ain't no way they're getting down the field in 13 seconds.
No, my thing was, when I'm sitting there watching the game, obviously I'm like, okay, it's Patrick Mahomes. Like, I always felt like with Tom Brady, I don't care how much time on the clock. We get the ball, we got a chance, right? Patrick Mahomes, I feel like this is a different type of offense. They got a chance to get the ball anytime now. So they got the ball back, and I'm watching them line up, and they're guarding the sideline. I'm like, bro, they have timeouts. What are you doing? So it's just insane to me. It was a great game, though. Like, I really enjoyed it as a football fan, but I really feel like Josh Allen put on a spectacular performance, and the Bills let him down.
Bro, not only did it was 13 seconds, they did the craziest shit I ever seen, bro. They didn't man up on Tyreek Hill, right? They left Tyreek Hill in those 13 seconds, the most space you could leave somebody that you can't play like tag with because you can't tag them, all the space in the world to catch the ball. Like Mahomes essentially just had to look and go, here, bro, go.
Yo, he threw up the deuces to a dude in front of him, not
Bro,
behind him, in front of him.
That's disrespectful.
He saw the dude in front of him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this nigga can't catch me."
Bro, that is something. That let
Bro,
me
he was looking at him like this.
Bro, that let me know he mentally is not all there. Because I was like, bro, what? Like, what if you don't get the end zone? Bro, Jit said.
He said he can't. He said this dude can't fuck with me, bro.
Bro, the angle of it, they blew up the angle of like both of the times people missed him. The one for the touchdown where he peace signed him, they said, bro, this is a terrible angle, but you could at least still push him. They're like, why didn't you try to push him? So you got that one, and then you got the one where the 3 defenders are in front of him, and he's kind of like, oh, hello.
That man is stupid fast, bro. It's like, it don't make no sense to be that fast. It really doesn't.
And then you had the Kelsey play where Kelsey, they had the play call, and he looks back, Mahomes is like, I'm not running that. And then Mahomes is like, okay, do it.
But
like,
they love that. That's their magic, though. When they want to go backyard ball, Travis Kelsey is so smart. He's gonna find the open spot. Mahomes don't need to know where you like when he sees you. He's like, "Oh, I
they got a connection." Yeah,
it don't matter where he is or where I am on the field. I'm confident that if he gets open, I can make that throw because that's the off body, off platform, whatever. He's like, it don't matter where I am or where he is, I can make that throw.
Bro, it was just dope to see because you could see like their relationship in that moment. Like he's like, nah, I got you. And then him delivering the ball, it's nice to see. And then you could tell like Travis helps him, he helps Travis. But that game to me also showed how much of a difference there is with Mahomes and everybody else. Like I think Josh Allen is 2. I definitely think Josh is 2. I think 3, I'm gonna be honest, maybe it's biased. I'm on Lamar, but I'm going, if Joey B gets a Super Bowl, Joey B is 3rd. Joey B would be 3rd. And then honestly, you can't forget about, we got Watson out there. Him and Lamar could be 3rd and 4th. Like it could be a flop. It could be Watson 3rd, Lamar 4th, and then Joey B's 5th automatically. I don't care what anybody says. Herbert's 6th. Herbert's offense is somewhat like Burrow's. Like he should be able to make stuff happen, but his defense can't stay healthy.
That's not because Herbert has a great offensive line. Like they drafted great linemen in the draft. They basically did the Bengals are about to do what the Chargers did last year in the draft. Sign a great they got the Packer center who was the number one ranked Corey Lindsey, and then they got a first rounder to play like I think
Slater.
Yeah, right. Like the Bengals are about to do what they just did for Herbert.
Yeah, that leaves a lot because if you think about it, Herbert, what we said, Herbert's at 6, right? And then that's 1 through 6, 7. I don't know whoever you can put there. Maybe it's fucking.
We ain't talking about Rodgers yet.
No, I'm talking about in the AFC, just the
AFC
run. So then that's probably it, 1 through 6 of what you got to run through. Baker in there, if he can make a comeback, he's probably at 7.
Hell no.
Terrance,
hell no. Don't even put him top 10, is it?
Yeah, so I just look at it like that's a gauntlet to have to run through. I think if Joey B pulls off the miraculous and gets in and wins, boy, it's gonna be.
Derek Carr is better than Baker Mayfield.
Who?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
1,000%.
I was just going 1 through 6. Yeah, I was just real.
It's Carr.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like 1 through 6, 7 would be Carr, not Baker. It can't be Baker. Derek Carr is better than that nigga.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So,
1,000%.
all right. Let's before we get that talk going, we'll have the quarterback tiers and everything set up for you guys in the summer when we run through them. We'll bring Anna on and everything. I gotta show you guys something crazy. Gabe Davis, he sent Mike Hughes to see God on a Sunday night. It's probably the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. We're gonna pull it up for you guys so you can see it. It left me speechless, to be honest. I've never been left speechless, but you guys see what I got up right now?
Yep.
All right, let's run it for the folks at home and people on YouTube that watch us.
And all day, but watch the route up top. 13, right there, Davis. Oh my goodness. And then he does the same thing that he did to the corner. Right up at the top.
Oh, he's out there. Ooh.
Bro, it's funny every time. It's never not funny.
Match them ankles.
Bro, it looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost pushed this man in the chest or something, bro. I was like, bro, Gabe Davis, he had himself a day. He had 8 receptions for 201 yards, 4 touchdowns. I was like, damn, bro, because I play Madden. On Madden, he's crazy. So I was like, damn, bro. I knew he was good, but I'm like, damn, he's really like that. And obviously the Chiefs lost Tyrone Matthew, so they definitely had a hole in their defense. Where was Stephon Diggs, Terrance? That's a question for you. Where was Diggs?
I mean, honestly, I just think Gabriel Davis was just having a night. The connection. I feel like Josh Allen is the type of quarterback who can get hot with different people. He don't necessarily have to be like a Aaron Rodgers. Let me force feed Devontae Adams. Like he does have, guys who I've seen cook us, so I know what they can do. So, Dawson Knox, Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, even as Isaiah McKenzie, he cooked us, had a career day against us. So, I've seen Josh Allen have, great connection and great performances with others other than Stephon Diggs. So I feel like any given Sunday, honestly, any one of the other guys can have a great game. And that just goes to show that it can happen any given Sunday. Like I said, like he had a day. Stephon Diggs it won't his night.
Yeah,
I'm 7 yards.
It won't his night.
I'm gonna say, like Terrance said, it wasn't his night, or maybe they just weren't getting him the ball because he only had 4 targets, caught the ball 3 times for 7 yards.
I feel like they schemed it up great. Like it seemed like Josh Allen knew he was going to be able to go there. Even like, okay, I remember on one of the plays, Gabe Davis ran in the slot on the touchdown to be caught. He ran kind of like a skinny post. It was wide open. There was a hole right there. So I feel like the scheme too had something to do with it because they're going to focus on Stephon Diggs. But I feel like the scheme too, like play calling was great. Like Josh Allen got a cannon, he gonna hit him. So
yeah, it let them
space. Yeah,
it let them take advantage of not having Tyrann Mathieu. I think that was great. I mean, I think Diggs. There was definitely situations where Diggs was probably open because Gabe Davis caught 8. Josh threw the ball damn near 40 times.
Yeah.
So I definitely think there was room to get Diggs the ball, but you guys did score, so I get it. But I think like how Tyreek Hill is a difference maker for the Chiefs. there's definitely a way you got to get Diggs the ball. But like we said, they scored, so it's kind of hard. Like
I got like the question is, do you think if they involved Diggs more, they would have won the game?
No, because they
trying to
scored.
force feed them with us.
Yeah, they scored every drive. So unless they get the ball in OT and then don't score on that drive, then I could have been like, no, you got to get that man the ball. Because let's be honest, there's not a corner on the Chiefs roster that's putting that man in a chokehold. Like y'all just stuck to the game plan, and Gabe Davis had a career night, which ain't a problem. But I want Chiefs fans to know there's not a corner on that roster that's checking Stephon Diggs.
Oh, they know that. You ain't got to tell them that. They know
that. Do you guys think that Tyreek Hill peace out is a taunt? By the rule, it's a taunt.
100%.
Yeah, 1,000%.
He has to get a glove so he could do this with the peace sign on it. It's 100% a taunt, but I am 100% okay with the refs not calling it because we don't want them to interfere in that area of the game. Because you got to think at the beginning of the season, they threw a ton of those penalties. By like week 9 or 10, they really like stopped throwing those penalties altogether. Like you ain't see many of them.
It's just more the obvious ones, like Eli Apple standing over Tannehill after you trash.
Yeah. Or like Brady got one, but Brady got one for going at the ref. Like he got a basketball tee. He really got like a basketball style tee. He was like, bro,
Eli Apple ain't got room to call nobody trash.
Bro,
that man should be at the landfill. He's so ass. Listen.
Bro, that man Brady really did get in that ref's face for taking that hit from Bond. Bro, Jit was like, hey, you
bust lip and everything.
He's like, he got like a basketball style tee. Like that almost never really happens in the NFL. They be like begging the ref to be like, come on, bro. Brady was like, look here, you must like.
He's like, listen, bro, that man, listen here, Buster. These motherfuckers have busted my lip, bro. But yeah, so that's definitely a taunt. We're all on the same side that two best AFC quarterbacks are Josh Allen and Mahomes. And I think it's Mahomes with some extra
Yeah,
he showed out.
Got a lot of respect for me in that game.
He showed out.
Yeah, I used to say Josh and Lamar were right there and there. I think Josh showed the difference. And I don't think the difference in like obviously Josh Allen has a bigger arm. That's not a question. I think Josh has a bigger arm. It's just like of how he just took command of that offense and just was like, hey,
what it really is though is the Bills have been playing more complimentary football as well. And Josh Allen's development as well, because like you said, he has a big arm. He used to just be, chunking up down the field, ill-advised throws. But now, like when he gets his 3-step drop, he looks, it's not there, Singletary.
Bro, they did right by him too with his progression. Because that first year, remember, like, oh, he's a bust, right? Second year, I think Brian DePool or McDougal, or I forget the dude's name. What's his name? Brian Dable, yeah, the offensive coordinator. I don't know why I couldn't say that. He's there, right? He develops. They get Diggs. So then you see Josh take a leap. You're like, oh, the offense opens up even more. And it's like, okay, now, but Brian Dable, might take the coaching job for the Giants.
He's in a lot of people's, like, if it's not the Giants, it's probably somebody else.
Yeah. So like, do you think that makes Josh Allen, he might regress next year? Or like, does it take a hit,
The offense might get worse. I'm not sure Josh Allen regresses, right? Because a lot of what they fixed for him was like mechanics, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's what made him a more accurate passer. Like they fixed a lot of his mechanics, his decision-making got better, and he just got more understanding of the league. As long as his mechanics stay tight, like the problem will be, oh, your schemes aren't as good. The play calls aren't as good because Sean McDermott is a defensive guy. Mm-hmm. He's not doing none of that. Like, that's the thing. Like, Brian Dable is the nucleus of what their offense was. So a new guy is going to have to come in there and try to create something new. And if he ain't Brian Dable, we're going to see the schemes get worse. What they try to do with him not be as good. But I don't think
they have a lot of Chiefs-esque plays, like play calling.
Oh yes, it's
like
crazy. I think I
see what you're saying.
If they could get a running back, maybe they'd be all right. They got to get someone else other than using Josh as a battering ram, because I'm tired of I think he does good, and it's nice and dandy. But he's running head on at these like linebackers, safeties, whoever.
Boy,
That's he can slide. He can go out of bounds.
Yeah,
like,
he got it. He got it.
They're running quarterback powers though, like Cam Newton. So
yeah,
that's what he's talking about.
We saw what happened with
sometimes
Cam.
they run him out to the side. Like he'll have the sideline and he'll put his shoulder down and be like,
yeah,
we did it. Like he's very Andrew Luck. Like he'll put his shoulder down and he'd be like, let's go. Or he'll try to hurdle a motherfucker. We watched him try to hurdle somebody by the sidelines. Not try, he did actually hurdle that nigga. So like
to me, he got to cut that shit out, bro. Because I saw it happen with Cam, and it just cut Cam's ears way shorter than what they probably would.
Definitely.
So like, and Josh Allen's electric, arm talent wise, because people forget Cam had a big arm coming out of college, bro. That man started taking a beating in Carolina.
The shoulder got fucked up.
Exactly, arm hurting, bro. So I don't want to see that happen to Josh. I want to see like him have his years where it's not cut short because I'm taking a beating because they got me running out here. It's the same thing I'll be saying with Lamar with how the Ravens use him. He the only reason we get rushing yards in the offense.
I don't think it's the Bills. Like you see Mahomes run all the time. You never see Mahomes take those hits because Josh Allen is just choosing to get hit. It's not their fault. He chooses to get hit.
It's their fault because they ain't tapping this man on sort of, hey, if you don't slide your motherfucking ass, bro.
Hey, you hear me?
They didn't tell him to slide, and he was like, I got you, coach. But he was like, bro, the first down marker was right there. I had to get it.
Bro, you see what Aaron Rodgers told Joey Burrow, though?
Yeah, that man. Hey, I promise you, that man did some shit like that to me, and I was the head coach and say it's like 2nd and 10, and he runs the first, but don't slide. I'm like, hey, yeah, watch this. Come here. Bro, hey, Diggs, go run a wildcat real quick. Dumbass, didn't I tell you to slide, bro?
Like they were telling Andrew Luck to slide too, and it took him like
he didn't get injured from sliding, bro. That man got injured because that offensive line was garbage.
That old line was
the offensive line was bad, but he also was taking hits that he ain't need to take.
He was. It
was a combination of both. You can't both take like choice hits and take forced hits because your offensive line is bad. Like choose one.
Yeah, I feel you. So looking ahead, or even before we look ahead, we got some news. Sean Payton let the Saints know that he will be stepping away, or he didn't say he's retiring, just kind of like stepping away, I think.
He said football is not in his plans for, quote, this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told the media when they asked the follow-up questions. He did like a 35-minute thing. They were like, oh, so you trying to go somewhere else? He's like, football is not in my plans for this year right now. That can always change. We don't know, but
people definitely gonna try to get him though. So we'll see.
I think he might go to TV for a bit.
Yeah, I can see it. He might be gassed out because you look at it, bro. There's those years with the Saints where, like, we're saying that with Rodgers, where they were at the door and we're just like, bro, like, come on. You got that no call against the Rams, some other stuff, questionable stuff.
What he's saying is, hey, we not finna be good. That's what he's saying.
Oh, they damn sure, bro. Like Ant said, the cap, no quarterback.
Mm-hmm. That's really why he's stepping away. He's like, listen, I already see what's about to happen.
Hey, they might turn back.
No parts.
They might turn back into the Aints. So last week we did the game predictions. Terrance, let us know how we did on the game predictions last week.
Yeah, man. So like he said, last week we did the game predictions, and Nick and myself went 2-2, and Keith went 1-3. So it wasn't the best for none of us, but
we ain't got to talk about it. Somehow, Mr. Ant himself on his fly route pod went 3-1. I ain't saying the man cheating, but
I'm good at this, bro.
He might know somebody. He got an inside man.
I got lucky taking the Niners plus 5.5. Like I thought the Packers were going to win the game. Don't get me wrong, but like I took the Niners with the points because of the history of how well the Niners play Aaron Rodgers. I was like, look, they might win, but like they might win by like a field goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It ended up just working out the plus 5.5 because they ended up winning anyway. I worked on the Titans though. I knew the other two was obvious to me.
I feel it. So looking ahead, we got some picks again. Terrance is gonna keep count of who we pick out. Bengals on the road to face the Chiefs at Arrowhead. What you got, Ant? This is a big game, bro. This is gonna be Joey B. My boy Chuck's a big Joe Burrow fan. This is a big legacy moment for him, I think.
Here's what I'll say, because we're not talking about points or nothing. We're just talking straight money.
Straight up, no points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs for right now. Like, I think the spread is a situation where you might get me to be in the Bengals, but money line, I'm just not betting against Mahomes. We didn't see what he can do. We saw what it was last game. Last game was a shootout. So it's gonna be another shootout, but this time you're in Arrowhead, you're not at home.
And the shit gonna be rocking, boy. What's the 3 keys for the Chiefs to win then?
Yeah, okay. The number one is 100% the health of Honey Badger. That is the key thing. He is still in concussion protocol as of today. So, and we are recording on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, because
Jamar Chase gonna terrorize him.
Exactly. You need Honey Badger to be able to double check and make sure he doesn't get those ridiculous bomb plays that Joe Burrow and him do so often. Like, that's how they got burnt last time.
I'm tired of seeing Daniel Sorensen in covers, bro. I'm letting you know right now, to this day, I can go play safety better than this man. He pissing me off, bro. I don't understand. Oh my God, bro. I don't know what he got on Andy Reid. He got ownership in the team. Some shit going on, bro. Oh, they can sign Earl Thomas right now. Earl Thomas play better D than that.
Oh, definitely.
100%. Nobody's question is whether or not Earl Thomas can play ball, just to be clear. That is no one's question about Earl Thomas.
What are the other 2 keys for the Chiefs?
Number 2 is Chiefs need to win the turnover battle. They have to be able to either Mahomes needs to take immaculate care of the ball, or they need to force a turnover on Joe Burrow. Burrow had a lot of turnover issues earlier in the season, but the last 3 games, they really tightened it up. He hasn't thrown any picks. They got to try to find a way to win the turnover battle. And the third thing is that run game needs to stay together and potent. They got Clyde Edwards-Helaire back. He was pretty good in flashes, but Jerick McKinnon, the last 2 games, a dude who barely played all season long and just showed up for the playoffs.
Boy, been showing his ass.
Yes, he has. He's been. That needs to.
His career fell off quick, bro. Like injuries.
It was injuries, and he was also on the Niners. And the Niners, they don't care who it is. They're like, yo, whatever running back is here is going to produce.
Whatever back is hot, bro. That's who's out there.
Yeah.
Listen, what's insane, which I should have looked up, is at home in the playoffs, Mahomes' touchdown to interception ratio is insane, bro. Right now, it's probably like 17 or 18 to 0 or 1.
Bro, they say when he gets outside his mechanics is when he messes up and turns over the ball. They said he's tightened them up, since I think it was like week 9. And the thing with Joe Burrow, like Ant said, Joey B, granted, he's been lighting it up this year, but he'll throw interceptions. Like that Baker thing where Baker would throw interceptions. I think he's better than Baker, but he has that thing that Baker, he's not as cocky as Baker, but he's like subtle cocky. Like he's cocky.
Or arrogance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it ain't as flamboyant as Baker. Just like, I got the State Farm commercials, whatever, or not State Farm. What do you
it is
it's State Farm.
Oh,
it is State Farm, I think.
Yeah, I think it's just like Joe Burrow has really tightened it up. Like over the last 3 games, no interceptions, maybe even 4 now after last week. So like he has really tightened it up. But you got to see if you can kind of get him out his pocket a little bit. Those are my 3 things for the Chiefs to be able to take this. The Bengals on the other end. You want the Bengals keys yet, or you want to?
Yeah, go ahead. Give the people the Bengals.
The Bengals first and foremost is that O-line has to play better. You can't give up 5 sacks, let alone 9. In this game against the Chiefs.
You let Chris Jones hit Joe Burrow like that, I swear to God, the franchise going down the drain.
We're gonna see Brandon Allen out there playing.
The key thing for this is the Vegas O-line has to play significantly better, like 100% better than they did last week. Because you don't want Joe Burrow under duress like that all game. It doesn't affect his decision making. He's just a dude who pops up and just keeps it gay. And I think that's part of the reason why he can throw those picks is because he's just that confident. which is also why the sacks don't shake him.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You take that. The second thing is Jamar Chase needs to have a big day. Jamar Chase needs to have a big day because the only reason why they beat the Chiefs last time is because Jamar Chase was burning them.
Unstoppable.
Like multiple big plays, completely unstoppable. And if you're not able to repeat those type of performances, we know what Mahomes does on offense. Jamar Chase has to have a big day to keep up. And my last key for them is the Bengals pass rush has to show up, has to make Mahomes uncomfortable, has to be able to speed up his clock a little bit. We got to see Trey Hendrickson have a big day. I'm pretty sure they have one more D lineman coming back off injury or like the COVID list or something like that. He's coming back this week. His name is escaping me.
That's the other end, I think, because Trey was dealing with concussion protocol.
Yeah, but he cleared and he played last week. One of them did not play last week, but he
you think about too.
Sam Herbert.
I think it's
Is it Sam
DJ
Herbert?
Reader is coming back on the D line.
No, he was back last week because Larry was out. Larry had a injury to his leg, and DJ Reader, he had just came back and he was playing good, so he'll be back again this week. He's a big though. They pay him. He's a big deal in the center of the offense. I just think I don't know if he's gonna win that battle against Joe Tooney, and Orlando Brown is playing better.
Who you going with, Keith?
For the Chiefs at the Bengals. All right, so I got a dog in this because I want Mahomes to like try to chase Brady, and he can't lose this. And so as much as I would love to see what the Jungle can do in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna go to the Chiefs. Because I just want to see Mahomes like put more pressure on like how many Super Bowls can he really get to? Because he only got like another 3 more years of Kelsey, maybe 2. You know what I mean? Because Kelsey's up there, so
yeah,
he got that.
I'm going Chiefs as well. I'm going Chiefs.
Moving forward, we got the Niners go battle at SoFi, which is damn near their stadium against the Rams. Who you like? Who you like there, Ant?
Yo, I'm taking the Rams, man, and we did this like before they played the last time on my podcast, the Fly Route podcast, where I was like, it's finally McVay's time to do it, right? Like he is damn near playing for his soul. Like that's how much Shanahan has been all up in his shit. He's damn near playing for his soul. So like I'm gonna take the Rams, and he is finally gonna get over the 49ers hump. But I won't blame you for saying anything different because like you last time,
I'm taking the Niners, bro.
Last time, yeah.
I'm taking the Niners. I'm taking the Niners. Who you taking?
I'm gonna go Rams too.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna go Rams.
The 3 keys. Who you got the keys for the Rams to win? What the hell with Terrance?
So first and foremost, you cannot allow the 49ers to impose their style of football, which is physical dominance, and they are a resilient bunch. So
just be physical with them. That's what I don't understand. How the Rams look at who they have on their defense. Why can't y'all be physical with them?
Insane, bro. It's insane. So obviously they got to be physical with them, and they cannot let them establish the run because obviously we know the focal point of the Niners offense is running the ball. So that's first and foremost. Second, I have, which we already said, the Niners have beaten them 6 straight times. The Rams need to be aggressive and have explosive plays. So getting conservative almost cost them the game against the Bucs as well. So Sean McVay had to keep his foot on the gas for the whole 60 minutes. So that's my number 2. And number 3, I feel like they have to win the turnover differential and another stellar performance from OBJ. I feel like he has to be a difference maker, in those times where they need someone to make a play, but they might necessarily, they're finna go to Cooper Kupp. He got OBJ 101. Gotta win those one-on-ones.
More than 6 receptions, essentially. Like he gotta have a fucking day.
Yeah.
All right. So you got the keys for the Rams. I got the keys for the Niners. Big shout out to Starring Will. This man called me at 11:30 at night after the Rams game. Boy, I was sleep. I said everybody I know that care, like obviously I care about Will, but everybody I know where they are, and they ain't got no reason to be calling me at 11:30. I was under the blanket, buried. Oh, I ain't answering the phone, bro. But the keys to the Niners, the number one is Trent Williams, their left tackle. His health is essential. He something with his ankles is hurting, bothering him. He rolled it, I think, against the Bucs.
Bro, did y'all see them put him in motion and come? I was like,
bro, no, they've been doing that all year.
I know, but I'm saying like
he been cracking people too, bro.
That's scary, bro. That is scary.
They put him in motion. He been slamming dudes, bro. He got a highlight reel of catching the dude, boop boop, bye. So
bro, that's insane. That's
his
scary.
health. If you gotta think, you're gonna see Leonard Floyd, Aaron Donald, and Von Miller, who is playing out of his mind right now. Trent Williams has to be 100%. If Trent Williams is not even 80%, you don't even get close to a win out of SoFi. So that's one key. The second key, Jimmy cannot turn the ball over and has to make big throws. And I'm saying, Jimmy, you cannot throw the game away against the Rams. Jimmy has to throw the ball maybe like 15 to 20 times, and there got to be 2 touchdowns in there, and it has to be money. Like you cannot. And this it's gonna be a defining moment for him, because if you look at it, for me, if he plays good and they don't win, whoever he goes to is giving them a good deal. Like once he gets traded, they're gonna hook him up with a deal. Even if what do you think, Ant?
He's gonna deal no matter what.
Yeah, but I'm saying how big that deal comes out is on him this game.
No, I'm telling you, Jimmy G is going to get the bag no matter what. He just says, look at my win-loss. If you don't want me, I guarantee someone else does.
Okay. All right.
That's true. That's true.
I guarantee someone else does. You think the Steelers won't give me a bag? You think the Browns, who are thinking about moving Baker Mayfield, won't give me a bag? Washington won't give me a bag. The Broncos won't give me a bag. He's like, look, he's in one of those positions where he's like, look, you can say everything you want to say. The numbers don't lie. I win.
Literally, that's the only number you want to look at too. Because if you go any further, you're gonna be like, whoa. but the
Kirk Cousins can get a bag. Jimmy G is getting the bag. That's all I'm gonna say.
Don't even get me started on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
The third most important thing for the Niners, that pass rush has to get to Sam, or I was about to say Sam, it's Matt Stafford. He has to sack it. Nick Bosa needs to walk away with at least 2 sacks. Armstead, they moved him to the middle instead of the outside. He's been wreaking havoc from that position switch. That defensive line has to show up big. And a 4, if I had to make 4, would be Deebo Samuels, but I know he gonna ball. But
you already know he top 3. He just on his own.
But the Niners got a real big issue is that everybody isn't healthy. Like after that Green Bay game, dudes were hurt. Kittle was hurt. Deebo was hurt. We saw Trent Williams. Like all those dudes, the Niners have to come out there and be fully healthy. That's the 4th point. If they're not fully healthy, there's no fucking way you beat this Rams team. Matthew Stafford would have to, in his 13 years of shit, have to shit the bed on Sunday. That essentially what's happened. Because I'm letting you know right now, I brought this up when I was like on Twitter the other day, earlier talking about it. Ain't no other quarterback, them young dudes that we named 1 through 6, can go sit for 13 years and play bad. I'm letting you know he got the most 4th quarter comebacks. He do. But
he played good. He put up good numbers. He just went on the team.
Bro,
I'm gonna give him that.
I'm trying to think who got number 1 receiver in the AFC? Diggs and Allen, right? Say they do not win any playoff games, or like they didn't go to the AFC Championship last year, and they just be bad for 13 years. Josh Allen wouldn't make it to year 6.
Okay, but the difference is you're Detroit. You've never been good. Like y'all had Barry Sanders in your past. Like don't get it twisted.
No, you don't get it twisted. Check me out. These people had Megatron, right?
Ass.
You said Ash?
No, like they were still ass.
Oh, yeah, they were still
like,
ass.
They had Barry Sanders. They were still ass. Like Detroit is where talent goes to put up numbers and get nothing.
He played the most dominant receiver to ever play the game. They did have some good defenses, and they did. I'm saying in the windows of those playoffs games, he could have won some. Is what I'm saying. He was 0-3 until the Rams game.
Okay.
Now I'm not talking about them dog years where they were just bad. Like, okay, you get the pass there. But them 3 years, bro, imagine Mac Jones go 0-3 in the playoffs. Like, okay, imagine he does that.
Jim Caldwell.
Bill moving up off of him now.
You got to think about it. Jim Caldwell was rebuilding that team, and partway through him rebuilding that team, they fucking hit the detonation button and started Matt Stafford all the way at step 1 with Matt fucking Patricia.
Yeah,
like you saw Josh Allen continuously with one staff take steps and get better as he went on. You saw Matt Stafford do the same thing with one staff, and then they were like, reset.
Yeah, I mean, the reset could have hurt him, but I'm talking about those playoff games because them other dudes 1 through 6 ain't getting the pass if they go 0-3. Like, if Lamar didn't just beat the Titans last year, oh my God, boy.
Oh yeah, you already know they was on his neck.
Boy, that man didn't beat the Titans. It was a wrap. Like, if Mahomes would have lost, if Mahomes loses or would have lost in that Super Bowl too, and say the last 3 years he lost a Super Bowl, lost another Super Bowl, losing the AFC Championship game, bro, people be all over him because it'd be like, well, what the hell's going on? Like, why are you not winning? Granted, we know the Chiefs defense is bad, but we know how electric that offense is. So I do think it is a team game with 3 phases, but once you get in the dance, bro, it is big on the quarterbacks to like, hey, you gotta play damn near perfect. And even you saw Josh Allen play he played perfect and didn't get a win.
Boy, listen. Yeah, his defense let him down big time.
Yeah,
insane.
So that was cover for the guys, and let the people know where they can find you. Shout your stuff out, anything you want to shout out besides the Bears.
Y'all can find me on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. at the Fly Route Pod, all one word. Episodes come out every Friday until the season ends. I'm on everything: YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Type in the Fly Route Pod. I'll pop right up.
Nice. Terrance, you got anything to say to the people?
Stay blessed, stay safe, and thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, thank y'all for locking in with us. You can find us at Cover 4 with the guys. All the platforms ain't named. We're on everywhere. Terrance is gonna get a Facebook going here real soon for us. I've been on Buddy Top about it, bro. Might have to send this man to go see God himself. He keep playing with me. But yeah, y'all know where to find us. Thank y'all for tuning in with us. Hope y'all have a good day, good night, and we'll catch you later.